understand the business that you're in. And, you know, of course we get in the studio and we put pressure on ourselves. You know, we gotta, you know, make songs that are current and that are about what's going on in the world right now. You know, luckily we're living real lives and we're living in this world, so we kind of, you know, have a grip on, you know, what is going on, and it is relatable.
And what's equally important is to remain authentic.
Yeah.
Because while you're staying current, people can tell if you're just trying to keep up, you know.
Yeah.
You have to maintain who you are in your music. And of course, again, in entertainment, it's very easy to lose that. And again, become distracted because you have this burning desire to make everybody happy. You want to impress everybody. You want to make everybody smile.
Yeah.
But it took us time, but we finally realized, so it's not going to be everybody saying, I love Trin-i-tee. And once we accepted that, we were like, okay, so now we can really own who we are, embrace who we are, put the music out there and see what happens. And I love what this album represents, and just throughout the years what our music has done for our audience.
Now, you've attracted some of the most amazing producers and writers to get engaged with you. Does some of that happen where you're sitting and somebody, all of a sudden the phone rings and it's a Neo or it's an R. Kelly? How do the two come together where you've attracted the kind of people who've been involved with your project?
It always varies.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
We're always surprised by who is a Trin-i-tee fan.
I know.
You know, who listens to Trin-i-tee. And this time around, we got to work with some producers that usually do hip-hop. And, you know, we worked with Dark Child again, who's very popular for doing mainstream music. But it's just, I think once you're in the circle, and then, you know, favor.
Yeah,
it's undeniable.
I know.
God is really, really good.
Like Angel said, we're so surprised many times, and not just so much in the music world, but just in all kinds of. I mean, there's this one. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but Dr. Ben Carson. I just found out is a Trinity fan.
Wow.
I am just so.
That's pretty good.
I am so happy about that because I've been a fan, you know, since Think Big came out, like his book. But anyway, my point is, you just never know who's being inspired by your music or whatever it is that you're contributing to this universe and to the kingdom.
Now, you guys are, well, where's your base of operations? What's your home base for Trin-i-tee?
Well, Music World is in Houston.
Okay.
Our record label.
All right. And is that you maintain residence and live and work in that area?
No. I don't think they would want that.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be good.
But I'm in Atlanta, and Chanel is in Manhattan Beach, California.
All right. Okay, so you got both the West Coast and the Central Coast covered.
Yes.
And then as you've traveled around, has that encouraged you to pick up different input from different sides? You know, as you've been on the tour and you get to go to the East Coast, you get to go to Florida in the South, then you're on the West Coast. Have you guys been out of the country with Trin-i-tee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. We've been, you know, to Korea, and we've been, of course, to Europe, and, you know, it's so wonderful to go there because the people are so appreciative when you come, and they, you know, it feels so different than being at home.
And does that lift you up, the fact that you can go to a Korea and people are standing in line? You're saying, wait, but who are they here to see? They say, we're here to see you. And they want to see you.
It's pretty fascinating. Even when we did the jazz festival in New Orleans, you know, I was so confused at all the fans that were on the front row, but they were all fans that flew in from Japan just to see us perform, and they were singing the songs. I was like, this is radical, you know, but God
that's right. God is everywhere, equally present, and that's power and presence is over this whole planet. And it's wonderful to get that affirmation that message is connecting and it's all over, and so it really lifts you up. So whatever limitations sometimes we think about radio or airplay or things like that, have anything to do with God.
Right.
God is bigger than that whole expression, and so you're a part of that divine flow. And it's so wonderful that you can get that kind of experience and be an inspiration for young people. Now, and turning to that, as you have been able to remain in this industry, you know, there's so many different stories about the challenges and obstacles of being in the entertainment industry and making a life and having a life while you try to make your way. What do you have time to kind of interact with young people and really kind of encourage them about how they can approach wanting to have a life in this industry?
Absolutely. I mean, balance is what's key. I think if you think that living for God or being a Christian is all about going to church every Sunday and again, having the biggest Bible and all that. If you think that's what it's about, then you have it mixed up. That's not quite it at all. I think it's very important that you are, first of all, transparent and honest about what your relationship is like with God. And that's just kind of our thing. When we do spend time with young people, when we go to hospitals and visit the sick and hold the little babies that are ill, or go to the nursing homes and just sit down and ask our seniors a story about when they were young. They love telling their stories. I think that's ministry. It's not just getting on a microphone all the time and having an audience saying, go, go, go. No, sometimes it's just one-on-one, and you have a major impact. So we're really sticklers for that.
Well, I just want to thank you. I know you guys have a busy schedule. You're busting in and out of every city here on the map, and this new album is coming out. And so people can look for the 2 versions. There's going to be a deluxe version, and it's got how many songs, you say?
17 songs.
17 songs,
and the standard is 12.
The standard is 12, and just a lot of new material, a lot of from the heart material is in this. I think it's going to be well received, and I'm sure you are engaging with a lot of fans online, and so we hope that when people reach out and see this interview today, that you'll have a chance to let them know how much you love and appreciate their support for you guys. And Chicago certainly loves you, and the world loves you. And we're glad you can be here. So again, thank you so much for taking the time with me today. We really appreciate it. And we see more of this on Gospel Music Spot and Gospel Video TV. Hey, this is going to be one of the biggest things, and I wouldn't be surprised if you find them at the Stellar Awards again this year. Hey, my name is Bruce Montgomery, and thank you for checking us out on Gospel Video TV.
All right. Good deal.